Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I, 3Moons, am going to be building a lighthouse, which every harbor needs. We built the light mechanism earlier, so today we're going to build the entire structure with the light mechanism involved. So, just give me a second and we'll get started here. Okay, we're going to jump right in here to our test world, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to build that structure. That structure that we worked on down here. We had built the light structure down here that actually powers the lights and get the light to function, which we'll be revisiting this area a couple of times during the construction of this. But the majority of the time is going to be spent right down here where I've already laid out part of the foundation. Just got to get the blocks and everything we need to construct this with, which is not hard to do. We are in creative mode, so therefore we should be able to grab almost everything we need. Not a whole lot of things that we don't need. We've got most everything we do need. Okay, so we've already got that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and drop right down here, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our build. Of course, our build begins with cobblestone, and we're going to be placing out some cobblestone steps. There's our cobblestone steps. Go all the way around the structure. Then of course cobblestone level block. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, just for the sake of it, we're going to fill this in with some cobblestone. Doesn't take too terribly long to fill in. And then we're going to get ourselves some smooth quartz, which we've already got in our inventory, and we're going to come right across here on each wall. It's going to be hollow primarily for the majority of the distance that we're going to go. And we're going to put some more cobblestones on each corner so that it still resembles what you see here. Okay? Because what you're going to see here is going to be representative of what is to go completely around this structure. And if you take that out, you'll see that there is cobblestone in the corner. It's a beautiful build. It's kind of different than I would say I'd like it to be, but we're going to go 3 high on the cobblestone, and then we're going to come back and we're going to place a brick here. Well, no, we're not going to place a brick here. How did I get off somewhere? Oh well, we'll build it up there anyways. The beauty of this is, of course, as with every creation that I create, is that it is scalable. You can change it, you can do whatever you want with it. You can make it look however you want it to look. Now, I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible, but I will not promise you that this video won't go into about 20 minutes because it does take a little bit of time, and the biggest time consumption part is going to be building upwards. once we get to a certain point, we will no longer be placing cobblestone in the corners. Okay, and that should be about now, because now we are going to be placing nothing in those corners all up this particular portion of the build. It's about 20 stories or 20 block high, something like that, is about what it should be. I'm doing this just so we have foundation to build upon. And see, if you notice, it steps in by 1 block in here. We're just going to keep it like this, and we're going to go up by 3. And this one's going to look a lot different. It looks like my plan, that foundation that I laid out, is not the same. But we're going to try to build it anyway. If you're interested, you can actually you can go out and you can get the Mojang Minecraft Guide to Redstone book. This particular build is in the book, page 90. They show a completed version of the lighthouse, but they don't tell you how to build it. So when I built it, I had to build it by looking at the picture and going, does that look like it? Yeah, that looks like it. So just bear with it. I mean, it's definitely going to be different, because every time I built this thing, it comes out a little bit different. Well, we're getting there. Like I said, I'm going to do everything I can to make this go as quickly as possible. That doesn't guarantee anything. Looking good so far. It'll be a little way narrow. It may not even make it up as high as I wanted it to make it, but we shall continue. We're not going to give it up. Not that easy. So we'll have a different style. Now, if you are looking for schematics for this, there are schematics available on Minecraft-schematics.com. Under 3 Moons, you'll find that I built it and I did the schematics work on it so that it would be available for people to have the schematics to actually work with, rather than not having them to work with. Okay. I thought this one looked like 2. Now, if you like this build, you will love some of the other smaller builds that I do. I don't do massive builds because massive builds tend to take too long, and I try to keep my videos down to anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes because I just like shorter videos. I just prefer them to be shorter. I'm not greedy. I'm not someone who's looking to make money off of anything. I'm looking to, yes, I'll be honest with you, I am gonna be monetized one day. Not anytime soon, but hopefully one day. The building the structure goes by pretty quick. What doesn't go by quick is the light fixture. The light setup does not go by super quick. That takes some serious time, and sometimes it gets to where it is very, very, very annoying. One of the toughest things to do when you're building this is to get all your blocks in the right place so that it all looks geometrically the same. Almost to the important part, the light. As you can see, we're getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. So now what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to place our next level, which should be another row of white. Always helps to have that example sitting right next door. As I said, part of this is not going to look exactly the same because the base of it was done a little bit different this time around. Rather than being bulky and outwardly like it is, I did it a little different this time. I just decided, in the interest of time, I figured we would go ahead and just and yes, this is being done with PC Java version, in case you're curious as to what version I'm using. I'm using the Java version on PC 1.6 or 1.161. 16.1. And as you see, there's already subtle differences in the looks. Because according to that one, this should not be doubled. It should only be singled, but that's okay. Now that should resemble what we're looking at over here to a better degree. Now, we're going to fly right down here real quick before we seal it completely off. And take a look at the light mechanism one more time, or a couple more times. We'll do that probably 3 or 4 times, because we want to get some of the stuff we need from down here. We're going to need that. We're going to need that. Of course, we're going to need the half slab. Need that. And we'll just do it in red. That's fine. They look almost the same coming up to them, but there are subtle differences. But those subtle differences don't mean the end of the world. They just mean that we made some subtle differences. Last time I used the schematics that I have up on Minecraft-schematics.com to actually build it. This time I did not. Let's hope that I built it the right size. It's supposed to be 8. It's 8 by 8 squares. So far it's looking iffy. We'll find out when I go to put all the light mechanisms in place. That might not work. Sounds like glass breaking, but it's not glass. Comical though. Clear all this off of here for now. Each corner is missing, and each one is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got plenty of room to work with. Probably more than I need. Yeah, it's going to be way more than that. It's way larger than I need it to be. Literally only needs to be 8 wide on each corner. If it is wider than that, it's not going to work. Take out the corners, and then let's see how wide it is, including the missing corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. There's a reason that's like that. Okay. Okay. And if you put it like that, it's not going to work. It must be like that in order for it to work. And right over here is the oddball. One of the oddballs. If you notice, we'll fly up and you look down. It's blinking. Now comes the fun part, to make the light structure work. To make the light structure work, one side must be like this. So what I do is I get it working, and then I come back and I take go 4 high, and then because that one is there, I'll put it there, there, and there. And then I'll remove this temporary wall. I put my torch back where it belongs, put that back, and it'll go back to blinking. And I do this. And as you can see, it blinks fine. Now we will do this. I gotta do, now we're gonna do this. And there we go. There's that one. It's gonna be taller than the other side because I messed up down below, but who cares? Okay, there's that blinking. Should only be 6. Same thing over here. This is going to be a definitely large one. I made a mistake earlier today when I was playing with the other one, and I put the torch on the ground. It didn't work. That's why I say and repeatedly say, do not make that mistake. Do not make that mistake. That torch must go on the side. If it does not go on the side, it will not work. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It just will not work. Now we're going to have to rethink our building strategy here. Got it working. Now the thing that's making us rethink the building strategy is the height. And because of the height, it changes everything. There we go. Now let's put this back over here. Because now we got to rebuild everything around it. But I want the glass in place because we'll build so that took care of the glass. Going to do a little different decorating here, all because of the height of this thing. We were going to see what it looks like when we get done. Red here in just a minute. Once we get the red in place, we'll be ready to start working on the top of the building. And now we're going to go ahead and fill in, build a top over this. Just mirroring where the glass is. And I do realize this video has ran into about 35 minutes, 40 minutes here. I do apologize for the length of time involved with this video. Okay, let's get this done. And then the only other thing is to bring it inward. And we can take out that and we can mirror the other side. Now that we got it up this high, only thing left to do at this point is to start bringing this bad boy inward and shrinking down the top. Hey, quit bouncing me all over the place, computer. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A lot bigger this time, but it's the same thing, it's the same principle. Just that this one turned out a little bit bigger. Don't ask me what I did wrong or where I did it, but maybe it was because I was doing it from not following a schematic. But again, I want to say thank you for watching this video today. I do realize it went into 33 to 35 minutes long. Don't forget, if you got any value out of this video, please smash the like button and go ahead. If you have not joined my community, go ahead and join my community today. I would be very excited to have you as a member of my community. And remember, this is a family channel. We do not cuss, we do not swear, we do not do things that are not family safe. So if you would, go ahead and smash that subscribe. If you're underage and you have to get permission, go ahead and ask your parents if it's okay for you to subscribe to my channel. And as I said, they can watch the video. I don't do any cussing or swearing or anything like that on here. This is geared toward children. It is a game, by the way. Even though millions of adults play it, it is a game. I don't care what kind of game it is. It doesn't need to have a lot of curse words in the middle of the game, because it is a game. Again, my name is 3 Moons. You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye.